Have you ever wondered how to get into Harvard? If the answer is yes, then you should definitely watch this video till the very end. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that others who have the same dream or who are even conceiving the idea can also get access to this video and be blessed. I'm going to be sharing so many tips and everything you need to know if you consider studying in Harvard and also in any prestigious university. All of these components also apply to such universities. Without any further ado or say, let's dive into the video of today. And if this is your first time here, I go by the name Adenisa, and you're very welcome to the family. So, attending Harvard is a dream shared by thousands of students in the US and across the world as one of the most elite universities. Harvard's admission process is notoriously competitive and difficult. While it is hard to get admitted into this famous Ivy League school, it is possible with some hard work and dedication. So, if you want to go to college at Harvard, you must start preparing as early as possible while recognizing that the chances of admission are small. Because once you have that at the back of your mind, it also gives you enough reason to know the amount of work that you have to put in to get admitted. Okay, let's look at what is the acceptance rate at Harvard. So Harvard is extremely selective. They start admissions way ahead of the year. So maybe schools are taking admissions or looking at the class of 2025. Harvard is already looking at class of 2026. So you can imagine how early you need to start. Harvard received 61,221 applications and offered admissions to only 1,984 students. This means that there's an admission rate of just 3.2%. Guys, it sounds very low, and I'm not gonna lie, it's very low because it is very selective. Like for every 100 people who apply, just 3 people are admitted. But Harvard can boast of a graduation rate that averages 98%. So they go for the best. You imagine, so just 2% of the students that go there don't graduate with really good grades or degrees. That's why it's not a joke. Now, moving forward, just the fact that this is very highly competitive, it means that you need to have outstanding grades and scores to even pass the first round of the application, because you will really need to impress the admission officers with your application, letters of recommendation, your essay, your extracurricular activities, athletics, and the interview, which we'll look at all this sooner or later. And you need to also know that to get into Harvard, you need to have a certain grade in terms of your SAT or ACT scores. So it must be very high. It must be above the 75th percentile. So I'll just pause a moment on the screen so you can see the different SAT or ACT that they accept and the percentages that you should be aiming at. Always aiming at the maximum. So the maximum SAT score is 1,600. That is SAT Maths plus SAT EBRW. And the highest possible ACT composite score is 36. So the above are just listed statistics of the class of 2027 demonstrate that you must score as highly as possible on your test scores, right? So you should be really aiming for the maximum. Like really, really close to the maximum, if not the maximum. And you might be asking yourself this question, or many people might wonder, is Harvard test optional? No, Harvard is not test optional. While it previously suspended its standardized testing requirement during the pandemic, the school chose to reinstate the requirement because of research conducted by faculty that indicated a relationship between standardized test scores and student success at Harvard. This means you will have to take the ACT or SAT and submit your scores if you want to apply to Harvard. Unlike other universities that can say if you're from an English speaking country, you don't need this course. If you studied in this language, you don't need this course. If your grades are like this, you don't need this course. For Harvard, it is compulsory, it is not optional. And so if you're asking, does Harvard superscore SAT or ACT result? Harvard does not superscore your results on your SAT or ACT. So let's keep that at the back of our mind. And if you're wondering, what GPA do you need to get do you need to get into Harvard? So since Harvard is one of the most selective universities in the world, applicants are highly competitive and typically have top GPAs in high school. So you must earn the best grade possible while taking the most rigorous classes your high school offers if you want to get into Harvard. I don't know if that makes sense. So that you must demonstrate like you have attended nearly all your classes to have a competitive application to Harvard. And not just any kind of classes, but rigorous classes and also scoring really great. And you might be asking yourself, what classes should you take in high school to get into Harvard? So Harvard clearly states that there isn't a single part of academics that all applicants are expected to follow in high school. However, the school says that the strongest applicants take the most difficult courses that their schools have to offer, and Harvard recommends that students should complete the following secondary coursework: 4 years of English with a strong writing component, 4 years of mathematics, 4 years of science, including biology, chemistry, physics, and advanced course, and I'm sure there's a few others. 3 years of history, including European and US history, 4 years of same foreign language. Guys, if your school does not offer some of the subjects on the list, don't be concerned. Harvard really wants to just see that you've taken challenging courses that are available at your school. They understand that no schools are exactly different, the same. As much as schools in particular regions, areas, or countries have like a systematic way of doing things or courses, we all know that there are harder courses than others, even though you need to put in the work for all the courses. So Harvard is really looking more at you taking those challenging courses. For example, we know that advanced additional maths, for example, is harder than maths. From the name you can tell. So if somebody scores really good in additional maths and you score really good in maths, they might likely take the person that had a better score in additional maths. You understand me? If you pass religious studies with 100 and somebody passes physics even with a B+, they might still take that person who had physics with a B+. Not like they're undermining religious studies, but you get the point. So just think of it. Think wisely, choose your courses wisely, and that is why, as we say, it's something that you have to start thinking about even before you get into high school. Most students that get into Harvard, they are very intentional. Before they even get into high school, they already know. Most people that I've seen get into Harvard, I know a couple of people one-on-one that have gotten into Harvard. They even start from their secondary school days. They start saying it, I want to get into Harvard. And they start walking towards it. They don't just say it. They start topping the class. They are very intentional about the activities they do, about everything. And if you have been wondering, does Harvard accept AP credit? So Harvard does not grant credit for college coursework that you have completed before you matriculate at the school. In other words, if you have credit from your AP tests, IB exams, or dual credit classes in high school, you will not be granted credit at Harvard. The school also no longer has advanced standing exams, so all students enter the college on equal footing. Prior coursework can help to strengthen your application, however, so you should not restrain from taking classes that lead to college credit in high school. If it makes sense. You know, there are some colleges that you can do credits that can be carried over, but for Harvard, they want everybody to start at the same pace. They believe their system is strong enough and all of that. But if you can still take these courses, take them. It will strengthen you more and get you more prepared. What extracurricular activities should you participate to get into Harvard. So there is no one magic extracurricular activity that Harvard admission department wants in students. Harvard is less interested in the number of extracurricular activities in which you are involved and more in the quality of the ones that you have chosen. College-bound high school students across the US have likely been told that they need to be as rounded as possible to get into the colleges or universities of their choice. This leads students to overcommit extracurricular activities and to sign up for as many as possible. Instead of signing up for everything, participate in quality extracurricular activities that accurately reflect your areas of interest. So you should seek leadership roles in the clubs or organizations that you join for your extracurricular activities. If your school does not have a club that reflects your interests, talk to your principal about starting your own. Don't give an excuse that this activity does not even exist. The one I want to do, no. You can take the initiative and start your own. Those are the kind of things I want to see. Don't just be a member, be a leader. Don't just be all activities. Be in activities that can really reflect your personality, can reflect your interests, and you're excelling well. Even if you're not the person creating it, you're on the board of directors. So just do something great, right? What should I write for my personal statement to Harvard? As part of your application, you will be asked to write a personal essay. This essay allows you to tell the admission officer more about you so they can understand why you should be admitted to Harvard. And not like you should go there reciting your accomplishments in your essay. No. It should not be like regurgitation of your high school resume. Instead, it should be personal and demonstrate the person that you are. And guys, remember, you're going to write so many drafts of your essay. And it's a continuous process. You will work on it. You work on it continuously. You write this part, you edit it. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't really reflect you. Never. I can even scream, don't give your parents or guardian or anybody to write your essay. They can supervise it. They can give ideas. They can edit it, arrange it for you, the structure and everything, but please write your essay. Write the first draft of your essay and keep working on it with putting in other ideas and everything, but it should come from you. Somehow these people are trained to identify when you're not the one who wrote it. No matter how you flow, no matter how you can lie, they will find out, right? So please write your essays. And if you're wondering who should write my Harvard letter of recommendation, it should be a teacher that you have a connection with, that knows you on a personal and academic level. Don't just go and give to somebody, maybe like you have left school and then you go back to one teacher that just came, does not even knows only the existence of your name. That please just write me this thing. No, go and find that your old teacher or that teacher that knew you personally, knew you at the academic level. When I say personal, like knows you, is interested in your growth, interested in your progress. And I'm saying so because if your student was intentional about going to Harvard, there's no way that teachers will not know you, or you will not have somebody there really working hand in hand or guiding you, or a counselor in school. So you will already be open to all these resources and you will not lack somebody to write that recommendation letter for you. Another question you can be asking yourself is, when should I start preparing to apply to Harvard? As early as possible. As I earlier mentioned, I know people who started from, I don't know how they call it grade what, but like from one, if you're in Africa, they started from one, like they start planning that I have. They're in class 6 here, they have heard of Harvard. They're like, okay, for me to enter Harvard, I've heard it's difficult. That's the idea that everybody has. I need to have good grades, which is true. They start topping the class, no matter what. You give yourself a goal. I'm not going to go below the third in my class. I'm going to do extracurricular things. I'm going to ask questions. I'm just going to be proactive. Yes, I will be known. Let they call it show in quotes, but be known because you have a goal in life. Two people don't have the same journey. So please do your best. And I'm telling you, if you start preparing as early as possible, trust me, even if you don't get to Harvard, you still stand a chance to get into one of the best schools in the world, and still stand a chance of, in fact, doing great things. So prepare, plan way ahead of time. Even if your high school is not too late, but you have to be intentional. But you cannot be in the last semester in your high school and you think that you'd magically perform and just go and get into Harvard. That I cannot guarantee you. So please start as early as possible. Does Harvard require an interview as part of its application process? Guys, it is not really like it strives to interview applicants, right? But however, it's not able to interview everybody. They cannot interview everybody. So, but if you are contacted by Harvard, by email, phone, or letter, that you should please respond as soon as possible if you ask for an interview, right? All applicants cannot be interviewed, so they actually end up choosing particular people depending on your application, depending on what they need, depending on what they need to know from you. But please just prepare for that interview once you get an invitation. But it's not everybody that um goes like that is being interviewed. Once you're going for an interview, dress appropriately. Don't overdress. Go and put last sheets and all of that. No, please calm down. Calm down. These factors can play a role in something. So please just be you. Be you. Yes. And don't go for your interview with your parent or anybody. Just go alone. It looks like you're more independent. You know what you want. Going your parent makes it look like you lack confidence. So please just go alone and yeah, and just like make sure that you're not looking around and looking for answers in the sky. Guys, I have I'm a great person when it comes to helping people solve through their interviews. So if you need that one-on-one guidance, reach out to me and I can definitely assist you. This one is a gift from God, right? Any interview that I coach or I actually take myself or I guide you to take it, there's a 99% chance that you're gonna get it, except if that is not the will of God for you, then okay. But you're gonna definitely solve that interview, whether you like it or not. So reach out to me and you'll be amazed at the prizes, and I'm here at your service. Another question you may be asking, will visiting Harvard help me get in? It's not just for rich people. You can visit physically and also virtually. If you cannot come to Harvard physically, please try to at least give a tour of the campus and have an idea of what you're going into. Yes, just know, it shows that you're serious, right? If you can go there and even hand your personal essay physically, amazing for people that have that kind of access. And it's great. Yes, just maximize your options, right? What does Harvard look for in applicants? They look for growth and potential to grow. Your activities and interests, your character, your ability to contribute to the Harvard community. Growth and potential to grow. Where were you? Where are you now? And where can you be in the future? They're looking for that. What are the activities that you partake in? What is really your interest? Does it fit into the goal of Harvard or anything that they offer there? So it's not only also about you. They look at you and they look if because there are some people that are very amazing. Harvard is not the most amazing thing that can happen to somebody. I'm telling you guys. There are some human beings that are just so amazing, and Harvard is not even capacitated to nurture them and develop them in the way that they should be developed. And Harvard will tell you no. Yeah, sometimes if they tell you no, it's not even because you're not, it's because you're too amazing. So also keep that at the back of that mind. If you're putting that work and you're just super amazing and they tell you no because they cannot cater for you or bring out the best in you as they want. So it's not always from you, right? But putting your best. Does being from a rural part of the country help you get into Harvard? Yeah, Harvard like recruits students from some certain areas in the country to like give access to everybody like that. But it doesn't like it can play a role in the sense that they can say they will take 1,000 students from this group of people and that is it. So even if you apply your 1,100 that have already taken 1,000, of course you'll not be accepted even if you're spectacular. You understand? So that is the kind of role it plays. If you're wondering, does my race or ethnicity impact my chances of getting into Harvard? Harvard considers race and ethnicity in its admission process. That is true. It also sets those limits. You can decide that it would take the cutoff will be 1,350 for these people from this area. That is it. After that, as long as you're from that place or that ethnicity or that race, they're not gonna take you. So know this and know peace. So don't also blame yourself for everything. They cannot take everybody that is amazing. They select the best among the best, but also the best among the best can some of the best among the best cannot be taken because of this cut off. We are in a world where thousands of people apply and thousands of people are amazing, but they cannot just accommodate and take care of these people the way they want. They want one-on-one, like that kind of guidance. That's why they have up to 98% graduation rate. And if not all get great jobs, you can imagine. Will participating in athletics help me get into Harvard, guys? Yes and no. So if you're participating in athletics in a way that it becomes national and international, yes, it can help you somehow. But if it's just low key, just consider that you're burning your sweats and you can develop it somehow as an extracurricular activity or something, but it's not really a big deal like that. Does being an extrovert increase your chances of getting to Harvard? Yes and no. Yes, because it can make you stand out, show that you're confident, but don't also overdo it. Please, in life, find a balance in whatever you do. Are students who come from disadvantaged backgrounds more likely to get into Harvard? The final category of applicants that evidence revealed were given preferences were those who had compelling stories or come from disadvantaged backgrounds, while poor students were given more consideration. Students who were able to overcome other types of challenges were also likely to gain admission. If you have a story to tell, that's why they say that personal essay is what is personal. Take it personal. Don't be afraid to show the challenges that you're facing in life and the ones that you have overcome. No, put it out there. It's one shot. Shoot your shot and know that I've given in my best. You understand me? Yes. So don't be scared to put it out there and just do your best. How should I prepare to apply to Harvard? Preparing to apply to Harvard requires you to get organized and remain organized. So you don't just get, you have to get and remain to adequately prepare. So you have to be very organized and create a lot of time. Yes, it's not a one day thing. It's, I said, to actually many people plan years ahead. Some people's parents start planning for them while they're even in primary school to start doing things that will prepare them for Harvard. So it's not a joke. So it also depends on your competitors, the people that are going against you. If it's a strong pull and you want to plan overnight, you don't just be organized, you have to remain organized throughout. How do I apply to Harvard? So Harvard accepts, what is this? Coalition application, the common application, and the universal application. I have a video in my on my channel about the common application. As I told you, the best universities, the normal one, the average ones, most of them use the common application. So make sure you watch that video. It's gonna help you, give you an idea. I say each school edits it and add what they want to see there. Excuse me, but generally you get the vibe of it, right? So good luck to all those planning to apply and get into Harvard. You can do it. If you need support with your personal essay, you need to prepare for that interview and you're wondering, you need someone to practice with, guys, I'm here for you. I got you, right? You need to put in the work, the money, and the time. So reach out to me. I'll be there to assist you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It goes a long way to boost the channel. You cannot even imagine. And I really appreciate you guys that have been there for me for day one. Some giving me comments on even how to get better. In fact, I appreciate all of you. The ones that will give terrible comments. You guys are the real G's. Keep putting the comments there, right? If you don't have a nice thing to say what's in your heart. Nobody will hold you. That's how we grow. And then just a quick one. If you have not started receiving negative comments, you have not started, in fact, even thinking of making it on YouTube, you need to get this comment system understanding. No matter how perfect you are, people will always have something to say, but I appreciate the constructive feedbacks and everything in turn. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave in the comment section. And I'll try my best to reach out to everybody. And don't forget to check out the other amazing videos on my channel. My channel is packed. And see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed, stay happy. Bye for now.